Dear students, welcome to Tungal online classes. Today, I am going to show here a diagrammatical representation what happens during the menstrual cycle, right? So that are nothing but different events that occur during the menstrual cycle. The events as well as the hormonal control or the hormonal action, hormonal levels I am going to show in this diagram very perfectly. So you have to remember it so in your mind. Why? Because many of the MCQs are arising from this part itself. Hormonal levels as well as hormonal secretion in all the events of this reproduction to be remembered is a very important one, right? So that's why let us start with the diagram now. So see here, this is the diagram what I am showing here. Okay, diagram showing various events during a menstrual cycle, right? See here, in this region, in this region I am going to show here the pituitary hormonal levels, one thing. And here I am going to show your ovarian events. In this region I am going to show them, and in this region I am going to show here the ovarian hormonal levels, and here I am going to show here in this region what happens in the endometrium, right? That is endometrial events. Endometrial events I am going to show here, right? These are the four regions that you must remember over here in this diagram. Okay, so one by one events, all the events I am going to present over here. So here what happens, pituitary, especially anterior lobe of the pituitary secretes the gonadal hormone, that is nothing but so GnRH, they are released by the so hypothalamus that stimulate the pituitary anterior lobe to secrete FSH as well as LH hormones. So this is more important one. FSH level as well as LH level are presented over here, and simultaneously in this region ovarian events, how the follicles are so formed over here continuously, that is also shown in this region. And ovarian hormone level, which are called as ovarian hormone, so first one is estrogen and second one is progesterone, so their level is also shown over here simultaneously. And here endometrial wall, how it thickens, how it become smaller itself, that is shown very clearly over here. So let us start with the first one. I'm going to show the hormonal levels with the help of different inks over here. Alright, see here, red line that indicates the FSH level over here. Okay, FSH level I'm going to show here, and simultaneously the green ink indicates the LH. Okay, this is LH and this one is FSH hormone. Okay, I'm going to show here. They are at a certain level now, and simultaneously ovarian hormonal level. So first of all I shall start with the estrogen. Estrogen, this is estrogen level. and this one is progesterone level. Okay, and these two are very important one. So here I am going to mention here the days at the pace. The days I am going to show here. So 1, 2, 3 like this, all the 28 days I am going to show here at the base of this diagram, right? So I shall write here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, up to 28 the day. Okay, I hope you are observing the days also now. You are able to see the days also. Okay, so this is how the action starts. Initially, what happens here in the ovarian events? Small oocyte is formed and oocyte is surrounded by the follicular cells so as to form what? The primary follicle over here. Primary follicle, right? Oocyte as well as primary follicle is formed. And the next one is the number of granulosa cell layer increases. That forms what? Secondary follicle. It forms the secondary follicle here, and simultaneously what happens here, tertiary follicle is formed. So how the tertiary follicle is, I'm going to show that one here. It becomes larger enough and it is characterized by the presence of a large cavity in it, and that large cavity that indicates the antrum. It is called as, this is called as antrum. Okay, this is a tertiary follicle. What it is? Tertiary follicle. And after this tertiary follicle, what are formed over here? Thecal layers are also formed over here simultaneously. The thecal layers you are observing here. Okay, and ultimately what is formed over here is the Graafian follicle. Graafian follicle I am going to show here. The Graafian follicle. So this is Graafian follicle where zona pellucida is formed, corona radiata is formed, and simultaneously the secondary oocyte is formed over here. Secondary oocyte is basically present over here also. Here also it is formed. Okay, so this is a large antrum which is formed around this large follicle, matured follicle. There the thecal layers that we come across here. This is nothing but Graafian follicle. This is how the developmental stages of the follicles that take place over here. And ultimately what happens in the next level, here the ovulation occurs over here. Ovulation, it results in formation of it leads to ovulation. These are follicular cells what are formed over here. Okay, and here the secondary oocyte is formed over here. Secondary oocyte, what we come across over here. Okay, after this one, what happens? So there the development of corpus luteum take place. Development of corpus luteum take place, which is commonly known as the yellow body corpus luteum. And ultimately what happens in the next coming stage? Corpus albicans is formed over here, indicated by the blood clot at the center. Corpus albicans. Right, so these are all developmental stages that we come across here itself, right? Simultaneously what happens there, the variation in the FSH as well as LH hormone as well as estrogen as well as progesterone hormone take place, and simultaneously here, so whenever there is less secretion of FSH, LH as well as estrogen, progesterone, that moment sudden there is a loss of what take place here, the endometrial wall take place here. Endometrial wall that sheds over here, and a regeneration of the endometrial wall that starts continuously. Okay, gradually the improvement of the endometrial wall that starts over here, right? So what happens to these two hormones? Let us see. Here the ovulation has taken place. This ovulation has taken place due to oversecretion of what? LH as well as FSH. They reach the highest peak over here. I am going to show the same thing over here. Right? So it is going to reach the highest peak over here. So during okay, simultaneously what happens? Okay, so what is this called as? This is LH. This is called as LH surge. Due to LH surge, what occurs? This ovulation occurs over here on the 14th day. Okay, on the 14th day, ovulation occurs, right? And later development of what take place here? Development of the corpus luteum. It is what it is? Corpus luteum, corpus albicans, corpus albicans take place, right? So these are the next thing. So come to the estrogen. Development of all these follicles take place due to what? So estrogen level itself. So simultaneously it goes on increasing its level at this stage, up to this stage, and its level that goes on decreasing after the formation of what? Corpus luteum. So little bit secretion is going on, of course, not highest level, not at the highest level. It is releasing, it is releasing at highest level up to this mark itself. And progesterone, of course, it does not increase its level up to this level. When it increases is when it reaches the corpus luteum itself, it increases its level. When it reaches the corpus albicans, its level decreases. And simultaneously what happens? Its level goes on decreasing and it reaches a stage. Okay, so this is the fact what we should understand over here. All right, so this is about the hormonal action or the hormonal levels of ovarian So ovary so is shown over here, and these are nothing but pituitary hormones level is shown over here, right? So it ends in such a way that, okay, so like this it ends. Next one, what happens with the endometrium? So whenever there is a estrogen level that goes on increasing, it start to construct the endometrium, right? Gradually it start to construct the endometrium. Okay, like this, the endometrium that start to construct itself, and its level is maintained over here. And whenever there is more secretion of this progesterone hormone due to corpus luteum which is developed over here, if the pregnancy take place, the corpus luteum might have increased its level hereafter itself. But if there is no pregnancy at all, then corpus albicans it converted into, when corpus albicans is there, simultaneously what happens, the regression of the wall of the endometrium that takes place over here due to less secretion of these two ovarian hormones as well as pituitary hormones, automatically this shuts over here at its level that decreases once again. It reaches the end part like this. So this is how the hormones as well as the events in the ovary as well as events in the endometrium or the uterine events it is called as, or endometrial events these are called as. So that takes place simultaneously like this, right? So this is how this diagram shows us how the hormones that control the menstrual cycle and what are the events that occurs into the ovary as well as simultaneously inside the endometrium or uterus itself. So all these events it shows over here very clearly to us, right? So and point to be noted, that is the LH search we must remember over here, right? So this is all about the what? So the diagrammatic representation of various events during the menstrual cycle. Here two more terms we must remember. So those terms are, one is menarche. Menarche is nothing but the start of the menstrual cycle after puberty itself is called as menarche. So that point to be noted, first one is menarche, right? And second one is menopause. Menopause is nothing but the stoppage of the menstrual cycle in the woman itself is called as menopause over here. And menarche usually starts at the age of 12 to 15, means after puberty, in the sense that puberty may take place up to the age of from the age of 12 up to the 15, and the end of this menstrual cycle that take place at the age of 45 to 50 in the woman, or else sometimes it may be varying in different women. So that's why I shall write maximum one, that is about 45 to 55 age, right? So menopause occurs over here. So for this menopause, many of the reasons are there. First reason is there may not be any follicles that remained back inside the ovary, right? First reason. So there is a variation in the levels of the secretion levels of estrogen as well as progesterone in that woman, that leads to sometimes menopause itself, right? So these are the major reasons for, or the causes for the menopause in the woman, right? These two terms we must remember. They may be asked for 1 mark. Thank you very much.